Hello, welcome to our meditation today. My name is Stephanie, and I'm a trainer for Healthy Minds Innovations. And as we're getting started here, I would love for you to share with me via chat. If you're meditating with me today, it's always nice to see some familiar names and sort of know who I am practicing with. So today we are going to be practicing on the theme of taking a true break. You can almost think about it as a vacation for the mind. And the practice that we're going to be focused on today is the practice of open awareness. So open awareness is a practice that can be found within the first pillar of the Healthy Minds framework of well-being, which is awareness. And so for those of you that might be new to these meditations and to Healthy Minds Innovations, we're actually a nonprofit that's affiliated with a research institution at the University of Wisconsin-Madison called the Center for Healthy Minds. And what we do at Healthy Minds Innovations is we take the scientific insights coming out of the center and we translate them into tools to help people both cultivate it as well as measure well-being. And so each week we've been getting together, practicing on a certain theme. And so the theme for this month has been all about taking a true break. So open awareness, I would say, is one of those practices that I get the most questions about when I'm doing meditation coaching with people and when I'm teaching classes. And essentially what we're doing with open awareness is we're connecting with awareness itself without an object. So there's this sense of openness, receptivity, naturalness, and ease, and just simply allowing things to unfold as they are unfolding within our experience. But sometimes it's a little bit challenging to get a taste or a flavor of what it's like to actually rest in open awareness. So I want to introduce a couple of metaphors here that can be really useful so you can kind of get a sense of what we're pointing to during this practice. And so metaphors that are used to describe open awareness are things like, imagine at the end of a very busy work week, you've done all the things and you just collapse onto your couch and you have this feeling of, yeah, okay, now I'm done. And you can just completely let go and relax. So that feeling at the end of the week is one way that you can think about it. You can also think about it in terms of, let's say you did a very rigorous exercise and you've completed the exercise and then you just are done and you let go. Or even that feeling of slipping into a warm bath. So there's this sort of just sense of being. You don't need to do anything. There's no effort, just completely letting go and allowing ourselves to take a true break, because usually in the midst of our daily lives, we're so focused on doing and achieving that we don't really have an opportunity to just allow our mind to rest. So that's essentially what we're pointing to here. Our practice today is going to be a little bit shorter because I'm actually going to be leading a meditation for the League of American Orchestras very shortly for their national conference. And so open awareness is so great. We'll get our groove on and we'll be able to do it in a relatively short period of time. So let's go ahead then and get started. And thanks so much for checking in via chat. If any of you haven't had an opportunity to say hi yet, would love to hear from you. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to alternate between open awareness and then using awareness of an object. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position, allowing your body to be as relaxed as it can be at this point in your day. But there's also a sense of being present, awake, alert. And you can choose to practice with your eyes open or your eyes closed. So go ahead and get yourself settled in for about the next 15 minutes or so. And then taking a few slow, deep breaths here. Knowing that you're breathing and allowing the mind and body to relax on the out breath. And then take a moment to remember your motivation for training your mind, whatever that is, and see if you can just connect with that silently in your mind. Okay, great. So we'll move into the practice. And so we're first going to connect with this feeling of relaxation to the best of our ability through a very brief body scan. So go ahead and bring your awareness to the muscles in your face. And as you do this, see if you can simply allow the muscles to relax. And even if you're not able to relax the muscles, even just that sense of allowing the sensations to be okay, that is allowing really a true break. Allowing the muscles in the forehead and the jaw and the eyes to relax, even if just a little bit. And then bringing your awareness down to your shoulders. Relax the muscles in your shoulders. Relax the muscles in your chest and your belly. And then moving awareness down to the lower half of your body and see if you can just relax any muscles in your thighs, the lower legs. And now completely let go of paying attention to the body and simply have a sense of being here, alive right now. You know you're here. You're not paying attention to anything in particular, allowing the mind to simply be as it is. Connecting with that feeling of letting go at the end of a busy day, the end of a workout, whatever helps you to sort of connect with this feeling of just letting go and allowing. So letting go means simply allowing things to be as they are. And as you're resting your mind in open awareness, you'll know that thoughts and emotions will come and go. So simply let them come and let them go. No need to follow or block your experience in any way. Continue to just allow the mind to rest in this simple state of knowing. Okay, so let's bring our awareness now to an object so that we can contrast what it feels like to rest in open awareness versus using an object. So bringing your awareness to something like the breath, and again, knowing that you're breathing. So we're using the breath to connect with awareness itself. So awareness is the same, regardless of whether we're using an object like the breath or not, but the breath can be useful to give us that experiential taste of what it's like to be present and aware. So continue to observe the breath here for a few moments. It's natural for the mind to wander. And so when you notice that you're distracted or caught up in thought, just bring your awareness back to the breath here. On the next out breath, allow the mind to let go and completely relax into the open space at the end of the out breath. And when you do that, you can allow the breath to be natural, but you're not paying attention to anything in particular. When resting our mind in open awareness, it's like we're connecting with space in the sky. And within this open space, anything can arise. Thoughts and emotions, welcoming whatever happens. Allowing and accepting our experience to be just as it is an act of true kindness. And there will be times where you notice your mind will be quite active, lots of thoughts passing through, almost like clouds passing through the sky. And then there might be times where the mind is quite peaceful. As long as you're present and aware, you're meditating. And if you're having a hard time connecting with open awareness, you can return to the breath. And then at some point, just at the end of the breath, there's that pause between the out breath and the in breath, and you can just rest your mind there in that space and just completely drop and let go. So let's return to awareness again of an object. So use whatever feels inspiring. It might be the breath, sound, or sensations in the body. So again, connecting with awareness through the use of a support. knowing that you're hearing or knowing that you're feeling, knowing that you're breathing, whatever you're using here. And so there might be things kind of going on in the background of your experience. Like you might notice like a little bit of sound, thoughts again, but what you're oriented towards is the knowing itself, being present and aware and just resting your mind there. And if you haven't let go again already, simply again let go, drop the effort. Allow your mind to take a true break and rest and open awareness here. Resting the mind as it is. Okay, so you can let go, just completely let go of the practice. You can open your eyes if they've been closed. And I'm curious for you to share how the practice was for you. And as you're doing that, let me just share with you a couple of things that we did during this practice. So, the first is we connected with a sense of relaxation through the body. And even if you're not able to relax the body, actually just simply allowing the sensations in the body to be as they are actually is an act of relaxation. You're just allowing. And that's essentially what we're doing here during open awareness. We're connected with knowing, and then we're allowing whatever is happening in our experience to arise. So, first, the relaxation in the body sort of helps us to connect with this feeling of allowing. And then what we do is we just can completely let go. And so, again, the metaphors that I used earlier are sort of like slipping into a warm bath, the end of a busy week, end of a busy project, something like that. But then what can be helpful is if you really are having a hard time connecting with open awareness, is to actually alternate between using a support, so connecting with awareness through the breath, something like the breath or something like sound. And you can actually even experiment with getting very focused and really kind of tightening up the effort a little bit and feel like what it's like to have a lot of effort and then just completely let go. So you can kind of notice the difference between a lot of effort and then just complete open natural receptivity. So this is just another way to do that. And then just to point you, I guess, to one last thing, which is the technique that I introduced during the last session that I led 2 weeks ago, which is just using the out breath. So bringing awareness to the out breath and then completely letting go into that open space, that little pause, that gap between the out breath and the next in breath, and just allowing the mind to rest there. And then you just bring the breath back to a natural state, but your mind is just resting, not paying attention to anything in particular. So I encourage you here to experiment what it's like in your own experience, in your own mind, to find a way that it's the easiest for you to connect with open awareness. And something that I've really been loving doing is I've been walking in the morning. So I walk every morning for 3 miles. And I actually just do open awareness practice. So just allowing the mind to rest, completely open and receptive. Thoughts come, thoughts go. And I just go about my walk. And it's a really lovely way to practice open awareness. So I encourage you to see if there's times in your day where you can just drop the effort and allow the mind to take a true break. So if you're interested in learning more about the different types of skills that we teach in the Healthy Minds program, there are a couple of learning opportunities to highlight here. So of course we have the app. I know many of you are familiar. So if you haven't downloaded the app or you haven't been going through it, check it out. Healthy Minds program is available in your app store. Also, we've got our next cohort of our masterclass coming up. So this is an 8-week intensive training for your mind and some of the skills associated with the Healthy Minds framework of well-being. So that class begins the first week in July. So an opportunity for you to go through a class with Jay and I. We're looking forward to having some guest scientists that will be interviewed during those classes. And then also, in case you're not aware, we have meditation coaching through Healthy Minds. So you can check out opportunities to have a conversation and to be coached around habit formation and your practice. And that's an opportunity for you and I to work one-on-one. And you can find out more about that opportunity at hminnovations.org. So just want to thank you so much for your practice today. I actually leave for meditation retreat tomorrow. I'm going to a lovely retreat center in Janesville, Minnesota, Meta Meditation Center. I'm going to have a tiny little cabin and I'm going to do a 6-day retreat. So look forward to connecting with you all. And thanks so much for your comments here. Looks like there was more relaxation than 15 minutes ago, came in with a lot of tension. So thank you so much for sharing your experience. And thank you so much for all of you continuing to show up for these practices. So I look forward to seeing you very soon. Have a good day.